Hello friends, this video on lines and angles part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So now we talk about another interesting line, that is transversal. So what is transversal? So it is a line that intersects two or more lines at distinct points. That's interesting. So why do we call it a transversal? Okay, first let's see what is it like. It is like, let's say you have two different lines like this. Doesn't matter whether they are parallel or they are intersecting, doesn't matter. Let's say you have two lines, and if there is another line which intersects two lines at distinct points, at different points. So it is intersecting the first line at this point and it is intersecting the second line at this point. So this line is called a transversal. Now a transversal necessarily does not intersect two lines. It can intersect 2 lines, 3 lines, 5 lines, 10 lines, or even more than that. So basically a line that intersects multiple lines at distinct points is called a transversal. Now, why is it called transversal? Now, the word transverse, it literally means cutting lines or to lie across. Now, when you look at this, you see this transversal lies across these two existing lines. So that is why the name has been given as transversal. So let's say that you have 3 lines which are again not parallel, they are all different directions. But if you could somehow draw a line which is intersecting all the 3 lines at 3 distinct points, then this line would be called a transversal again. Now, the transversal, whenever it intersects multiple lines, certain angles are made. So let us look at those angles made by transversal. So let us look at the various angles that are formed. So you see, when this line cuts these 2 lines, so many angles are formed, right? So these are all the angles that are formed. So let us name these angles. Interior angles. So what are the interior angles? Now, even before that, let us start naming the angles. Now, the angles which are formed in the inside of the 2 lines. So here, inside would mean this region. Right? So this part would be inside and this part would be outside. So this would be inside and these would be outside. Similarly, these would be outside. So inside the lines means the area which is there, which is included within the lines, and anything outside that would be outside. So interior angles means the angles which are formed in the inside of the lines. And definitely these angles are made by transversal. So the transversal has to be one arm of the angle. So this angle, let's call this angle 1, this angle 2, this angle 3, and this angle 4. So these are all examples of interior angles. So angle 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the interior angles. Similarly, the exterior angles which are formed are those which lie on the outside. So basically these angles, let's call them 5, 6, 7 and 8. So these are exterior angles, angle 5, 6, 7 and 8. We also have a pair of corresponding angles. Now, what are corresponding angles? Now, these are those angles which are located at corresponding positions related to the 2 lines. Let's say if you compare angle 3. So, angle 3 is located on the right hand side of the transversal. Now, at a corresponding position for this line, do you have an angle? Of course, you have angle 5. So when you look at the position of angle 3 on this line and the position of angle 5 on this line, you see that they are located at similar positions. They are on the same side of the transversal. They are located above the line. So in this case also, this angle is located above the line. Here also the angle is located above the line. Correct? So we can say that angle 3 and angle 5 are a pair of corresponding angles. Similarly, can you tell me which would be the corresponding angle for angle 7? Yes, angle 1. So angle 7 and angle 1, they also form a pair of corresponding angles. Similarly, what would be the corresponding angle for angle 2? So for angle 2, it would be angle 8. So angle 2 and angle 8 also form a pair of corresponding angles, and finally angle 6 and angle 4 also form one set of corresponding angles. So these are called corresponding angles because they are located at corresponding positions relative to the two lines. Next we have alternate interior angles. So these are also interior angles, but they are alternate interior angles. For example, anyways we have 4 interior angles, right? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So alternate interior angles would be 2 interior angles which are located on alternate sides of the transversal. For example, angle 2 is located on the left hand side of transversal, angle 3 is located on the right hand side. So 2 and 3 are located on alternate sides. So you can say that angle 2 and angle 3 form a pair of alternate interior angles. Similarly, angle 1 and angle 4 form a pair of alternate interior angles because these are also located on the interior side and they are located on alternate sides to each other. Similarly, when you look at pair of alternate exterior angles, so definitely you will deal only with the exterior angles. For example, what would be the alternate angle for angle 5? So the exterior angle which is located on this side of the transversal. So angle 5 and angle 8 would form a pair of alternate exterior angles. Also angle 6 and angle 7 would form a pair of alternate exterior angles. Finally, you would also have pair of interior angles on same side of the transversal. So interior angles can be alternate, like 2 and 3 are alternate interior angles, but 1 and 3 are interior angles on the same side of transversal. So angle 1, angle 3, they are interior angles on same side of transversal. Similarly, angle 2 and angle 4 are also interior angles on same side of the transversal. So you see, these are all angles which are formed by the transversal and they have been given different name based on their positions. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com for free quality education. You can learn with a simple 4-step learning process wherein you can watch video lessons, you can ask your questions, you can refer notes, and you can take a free online test. We have content for class 6 to 12 on physics, chemistry, mathematics, and biology along with practical videos. So please subscribe to our channel for daily updates. Thank you.